The perception of mind make it unreal, understand? Because how do you know form? Through perception. And what is perception? It's just a mind aggregate, understand? Mental. This one is empty, nothing, understand? The knowing of it is through the mind, which is not solid, understand? That's why, in a way, form does not differ from emptiness. But this is not the correct explanation. The correct explanation is when you are mindful, aware, you go beyond what he shared. You see, let me draw for you. No need to run. No need to run. Continue. You say, let's say you have a box. So this is form, isn't it? Correct or not? Yeah? Before the form arises, yeah? Before this form arises, what is it? It's just empty space, right? Then you put in the form, because you can perceive the form, you say this is form. But originally, it was what? The empty space, right? So that's why the Heart Sutra says, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. And this is the real understanding. Then, the meditative understanding is, how do you know form? Again, it's by perception. Understand? So what the Buddha did is, he told the monk, you remember? He said, look at the blockade. So the monk all said, yeah, blockade. Okay? Then what did the Buddha say? Dismantle them all. Every part, take it down. Then he asked, where is the blockade? No more, isn't it? Gone, isn't it? Then assemble it back. Arise already. You don't just nod your head. What do you understand from there? No. No. You see, the blockade, they come about because of all the parts coming together. Isn't it? That's why it's condition arising. You understand? You understand? When the parts are there, the conditions are there, it arises. Why? Because you give it a name, a concept, and it performs a function. Then it becomes a blockade, understand? Then how do you know that blockade? Externally, already the Buddha showed it to you that it's dependent originating, condition arising. No part, no condition, nothing arises. When part or condition, then it arises. So externally, it's not real, understand? It's how you perceive it. Because you assemble it, perform a function, you give it a name, a concept, it becomes like real, exists already, arise already. So externally already, condition arising, dependent originating, not so real like your physical body, but you believe it's real. Because everybody by convention, blockade, understand? Now maybe car, Greta, EV, turn. Then the Buddha, when he teaches the mind, he said, how do you know it's a blockade? The knowing comes from where? Sanya, you perceive it, isn't it? Like what Beng Lim said. Perception. Externally is condition arising, causal phenomena, dependent originating, not so real. But how do you know it's a blockade? Through your perception. And what is perception? A mental image. That is perception. No, that is perception. It's not the I see. After I will prove you wrong. I alone doesn't see. No, the eye alone never see. The dead man open the eye, don't see. You at night sleep, eye open, you don't see. Then you think the mind see. Huh? No, you think the mind see. No, no, no. No, no, no. Slowly. I prove you wrong already. I alone doesn't see. Then now what are you trying to tell me? Your mind see. Means what? Means what? Like the block lah. Ayo, nothing to do with perception. Like the block lah. There must be causes and conditions for seeing consciousness to arise. Understand or not? The condition must be there. Your eye must be functioning. Understand or not? Then there must be a mind. Otherwise, the blind man don't have eye. Does he see? You say he cannot see. Are you sure he cannot see? Do you know one of the disciples of the Buddha, Divine Eye, Anuruddha, was blind, and she can see the universe clearer than the mango you hold in your hand. Blind people cannot see. Consciousness can see, understand? Awareness can see. You are limited to your senses. Whatever your senses cannot understand, you say don't exist. Come to that later. So, externally, the block are not so real. And how do you know it's a block? You perceive it through the mental. It's just an image. It's even more unreal, isn't it? True or not? If it's even more unreal, then why do you grasp onto it, cling onto it, and give meaning and fight over it? This shows to you the unreality of form and mind. External form, not only the block card. All external form that you perceive, this building, all of your seeing, conscious, hearing, smell, taste, tactile, they are not real, illusionary. Because they are dependent, originating, understand that condition arising, cause of images come and go inside here. How real can it be? Then why do you foolishly, deludedly grasp and cling and give meaning? Ask yourself. That's why form does not differ from that emptiness, which is this one, very easy to understand. Well, originally was empty nature, our nature. From there, all manifestation arise, consciousness form all arise. That's why it does not differ from what that created it. Understand? Then the external form, you come to know through perception, mental, mind, mundane mind. That thing that perceived is just an image, even more unreal, isn't it? Not tangible at all. At least that one is solid, tangible, like this table. Okay, I ask you, is it real? Is it empty? No, solid. Understand? This is reality. Understand? But when it comes to wisdom, it's how you understand it. The knowing of it is different from the reality. That's why the enlightened being, I remember in the Mahayana Sutra, the disciple was too eager to report to the master. He said, Master, I already enlightened. So you know what the master said? He said, in Mandarin, Fang Pi, means you are boasting. He said, rubbish. Then the disciple, very angry, came over, rushed over. How can you say that? I'm your disciple. I have realized a lot of things. I have understood a lot of things. And you say, what I tell you, I'm enlightened is rubbish. Then the teacher say, okay, you're enlightened? Sure. Want to confirm or not? The disciple said, sure. He pointed to the table. What is that? The moment he said table, you know what happened? Huh? What happened? The master whacked him. He said, you say you're enlightened. He said, how can you hit me so hard? This is pain. He said, this is a reality. That one I point is not a reality. And you say table. You remember the Surangama Sutta? What does it say? Perception of form is consciousness. Your mundane mind create one. Whereas its non-perception is when you don't perceive means what? Aware. Understand? When you are aware, you see things as they are. No word, nothing. That's why 看山不是山. Understand? No? When you perceive, there is consciousness. There is the mundane mind. There is not the true mind. There is not reality. That's why Mahayana is not easy to grasp, but it's no different from Theravada understanding. But you also conditioned by the knowledge that you have of Theravada teaching until you can understand all these basic Dhamma. Can follow? So now, Heart Sutta, correct or not? Form does not differ from emptiness, and the emptiness does not differ from the form. Why? Because form itself is actually empty. Like the second aspect I explained to you. That's why you have to learn to see form. The unreality of form. Then only you can see beyond form. To realize its characteristics of impermanent, empty, unreal. Then once you see beyond form, what do you see? Like as a human being. If you perceive my external form, what you see? You will have a lot of problems. Where your consciousness will define me as what? Brother Theo, male, Chinese, 70 years old. Understand? All this create division. Understand? Is this me? It's not me. Because you look at the external form. Then you see I dress like that. So simple. No title, no robe, nothing. Then he said, lay person. How can a lay person understand more than the monk who renounce and go full time? Very logical, eh? Why you shake your head? Most people will say it's very logical. You got no title, nothing. You're just a lay person. Because they look at the form. Understand? But you don't look at the form. You listen to me and develop the understanding of what I share. Then whether I wear what, not important. Truth is truth. It stand up to investigation. This is the understanding. Don't be culpable anymore. Understand? So understanding all this is very important. Let's say, if you see beyond form, then no more this external physical form. Your problem gone, is it? No need to argue about gender, male, female, prejudice, all gone. Old, young, gone. Chinese race, all gone. Understand? Then your life becomes a lot more simpler, isn't it? Less entanglement, less confusion, less misunderstanding and argument. Then when I see beyond form, am I still different from you? Without the physical, no male, no female, no Chinese, no race. We are more similar, isn't it? But do you think we are similar? Well, the stupid mundane mind is still not the same. You have your views, your opinion, your conditioning, your belief system, your fear, worry, anxiety, your insecurity. All the rubbish is like that. That's why they still argue. They still go to war. They still hold on to their anger, their grudges. They still got the egoic mind, the selfishness, all this thing. So when you see form, you get trapped. When you see beyond form, you got less problem, but you are also trapped at the mind. That's why you have to see beyond form, beyond thought, beyond mind. Understand? When you see beyond the external form, the physical, and my mundane mind, what do you see? What do you see? When you see beyond my physical and my thinking, my thought process, what do you see? My true nature is there. The awareness nature is there. You have, I have, everybody have is there. Of course, the Buddha, they all describe him as the Buddha nature, because he's the Buddha. But the nature inside is no different from yours. The only difference is one thought of ignorance. Understand? 意念之差. What is the 意念之差? The one single thought of ignorance that started from the beginningless. That's why he said, impossible is to understand the beginning of thought. Yeah. So he advised the living, forget about all this. Yeah. The first thought of ignorance that conditioned living being to evolve until now, you cannot understand unless you are the Sammasambuddha. So all this is what you need to understand. Awareness is to develop the ability to see beyond the form, beyond the mundane mind, and see your own true nature. When you see your own true nature, this one got no words, no concept, no aggregates of mind, nothing. Then we are no longer different, isn't it? That's why we can become one, the oneness nature. And that is the unconditioned when you develop the wisdom and the form and mind cease. And this is what the Buddha is trying to teach you. Not all those knowledge that you read in all those funny books. There are a lot of Dhamma, like, wow, full of Dhamma, the Dhamma everywhere. But not applicable to understanding life, to developing the wisdom, to transcend all this. If you are still trapped in form, means if the external phenomenal world of form and consciousness still have power over you, then you are trapped. Do you understand? You cannot break free. To break free, you have to see beyond form, beyond thought. Just like I already told you, you see form. Then you develop the mindfulness and the awareness to see the unreality of form. Like I told you, dependent originating, condition arising, not what you think. Then how do you know form? The image, mental image. That's why it's not real. That's why the unreality of form. Then when I can see form with my awareness, I can see the unreality of form because I saw the manifestation, then I can see beyond form. True or not? Means form has got no more power over me. Externally already not so real. How do you know? You perceive it through an image which is even more unreal. Then why do you hold on to it, cling on to it, and give meaning and argue over it, and develop all the affliction over it? You understand? And this is only form, no? After that, you go into the mind. No? You also have to see mind. No? How to see mind? You need to be aware. That's how. Otherwise, you cannot see mind. Then when you are aware, you can see the unreality of mind, just like this form is dependent originating, condition arising, not a permanent unchanging entity, like your mind state. Anger, hatred, fear, worry, anxiety, they come and go. They are dependent originating. So unreal, not a permanent unchanging entity, not you. And then when you see mind, the unreality of mind, then you can see beyond mind. Understand? That mind got no more power over you. All the duality that it creates, all the nonsense that it tells you, understand? Your accumulated views, opinion, conditioning, belief system. Like last night I used to tell song, reasoning. You try to analyze a situation. Why still like that? Why that person like that? Why I still cannot understand all this? Why I still stir my mind? All this come from what? the thought analyzing, understand? When your thought analyze, it cannot go beyond thought. That's why go to your nature, stabilize it, develop it, which he later on developed after the retreat. That's why he was able to understand all this, and there is so much joy. And many Kayamita now can understand all this. Okay?